Next on the list, let's go ahead and talk about Lexi. Yeah, I hated girls like Lexi in high school for sure. And middle school. Yeah, both of them. I did not like them at all. And one thing I most definitely noticed about Lexi is baby like mother like daughter. She ain't nothing but like her mama. Doing what it takes to strive to perfection. And being really obtuse and uninformed about racism. I mean, but again, what do we expect? She is a privileged white girl. So I don't expect for her to like be a race warrior. Hmm. And Lexi does so many wrong things. Lexi does so many wrong things. And I know it's been popular to hate Lexi too. And it's like, we gotta be analytical here. And what it is Lexi, she can't, well, I don't like the comment she made at that dinner table the one time about don't have kids if you can't have them, if you can't afford them. Girl, you had to go lie about what name you had to get an abortion. That's nasty. And so Lexi, first thing we learned about Lexi is that she wants to get into Yale. She wants to go to Yale. And they have a conversation at the dinner table about how nowadays you can't even get in unless you have like a super duper sob story or just insanely broke, yada yada yada. And after she learns about Pearl's situation, she goes and takes upon herself to inspire her Yale essay, which is about how a counselor was being sexist and racist. Like, sis, you ever experienced racism. And she got in though. She got in. But it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good because of the way she did it. And just speaking on that essay, child, let me just this girl, Willa was sitting here. She was really sitting there, giving the boy, reading the essay to him. And we gonna get to Brian next. He is up next on the docket. Cause it be bros like him. I can't say the word I want to say, but it be bros like him. Which is a problem still now, today. So, Lexi is even giving this man a little while she read him the letter. He don't care. Even though he be claiming to care about how she be a little racist sometimes, he still was over there. While she over there really in real life trying to read you an essay. Now, because before I even found out that it was stolen, I was like, why can't you just listen? Why she gotta be doing that for you to listen to what she had to say? But anyway, after she didn't even tell Pearl. She didn't even tell Pearl the real story. She said that it was just inspired. She just gave her confidence when she told Pearl about what she did. She didn't just straight up say, yeah, I'm a privileged, spoiled bitch. So therefore, I was like, I didn't have anything to say about my life. So I stole yours and voila, now I'm in Yale. And the thing is, Lexi does learn because when she has this moment that she's been waiting on. First of all, I don't like how Alina, damn, we talking about Alina again. I don't like how Alina did toe up and read her Hey, yeah, accept this letter. Like, girl, I know you seen it was a big letter, but you was still supposed to let Lexi open and read it. And good thing Lexi didn't care, cause Lexi ends up bribing and buying Pearl a dress because of what she did. And during this conversation, like mother, like daughter. During this conversation, she tells Pearl, for one, she says that she thinks her mother Mia reminds her of Lisa Bonet. Okay, I kind of understand that because, artsy, creative, like non-conventional. I can see that. But then she started talking about her boyfriend mama and how she thought she was mixed because she had good hair. Real nice hair. And then she started saying the same thing about Pearl. What are you mixed with? Because you're pretty. How many times we're going to have this conversation about you ain't got to be mixed to be pretty? It's tired. It's tired. But this was back in the 90s and she is a privileged white girl. So we going to give her grace, okay? We got to give it to her. And after that happens, and this is why I say we got to give her grace. Because she ends up giving Brian a little good in order for him to stop being mad at her. Which is really whack, but it's teenage girl shit. It's teenage girl stuff. It really is. That's what it is. And I really hate that she did that. Because, of course, as you know, they ended up breaking up at the end. Let's talk about that breakup scene. Because this is what's going to drive my point home and drive me into talking about Brian. So he and her are both in her room. Now, this is after she has had the abortion, for one. She hasn't told him. She's been avoiding sex. And it's like, how long you think this man gonna go without, how long you think this boy gonna go without sex? After you done already gave up the good. How long? So she ends up just being grilled by Brian. And I'm just like, now you want to do this? After you'd had her as a girlfriend for like... Because at one point in the episode, Moody was like, they've been together long enough for her to plan a wedding. So I'm assuming at least a year. So you've been having this white girlfriend a year. Now you all of a sudden care about her being racist? And so he's having this talk to her about, for one, that's why he don't like coming over here, because every time he come over here, all he gotta do is hear about how Lexi's mother used to march with Martin Luther King on the March on Washington. He hears it every time he comes over. And and he was like, damn, I don't like coming over. Cause she be trying to token herself, and that's Alina, that is. And she was like, okay, but why are you with me if you think I'm a racist? Just break up with me. And I'm like, girl, you right. You are right. Why is he with you? At this point, I'm not blaming you. Cause you sure let her give you that good on homecoming night. You ain't care about racist what? You still was all up in that racist thing. So, and you was asking for it too after that. And I gave her props when she said that, because you could tell it was just like, it was eating her alive. Her conscience was eating her alive. And it was just like, please just break up with me then. Because You see this a lot of times in real life now in 2020. Men, not men, boys, males, grown males. See, they tend to do those types of things where they will kind of just like push all the blame on you, and as long as they're receiving, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You can tell she was just done. She was through. It was in her alive. Like, she doesn't have to it's like she would be trying to like forever get back on his good side. So it was time to really let that relationship go. Now, before we go on to Brian, I just got to talk about Alina again and the comment she had to say about her daughter being newly single. Now, she come and see Lexi crying, and she says that he broke up with me. He broke up with you? What the fuck that's supposed to mean? And then she goes on to say, oh, honey, this is a sign from God. Oh, like, she don't need to hear that right now. She is sad. She is mad, okay? When people are like that initially, you need to be on their side. Ain't no need to talk sense to her now. What she needs to hear is, girl, like, he missing out, anything. The part that really got me after that was Alina saying how, oh, honey, you're going to meet so many other handsome young Yale men, and how you can meet someone who's more your speed. So you mean white, right? Or a non-football player. What you mean, Alina? What you mean, huh? Okay. And this is who she get it from. That's why we can't highway blame Lex, because she can't do no better than what she be seeing and talking. And that's pretty much that on Lexi and what Alina had to say and how Alina was involved in that. So let's get to Brian. And this gonna be quick. Why did it take you all this time to care about whether she was racist or not? Why? My thing is, you got what you wanted first. And you want to sit here, you want to talk about how you care about if she was racist. But it's like, what? But you was still, like, you was still having sex with her. Like, how did it take you this long to, like, understand, to see who Lexus really is? And I don't think she is racist. I just think she's misguided. Her mother. Look at who her mother is. I don't think she's racist. She is very much so privileged. And that's that. And the show really did do a good job in showing guys who are like this right now in real life, because they sit here and they play both sides. Because on one hand, you had Brian over here telling Pearl about what is, excuse me, not isn't. But you know what? My fave, we gonna talk about my fave next. All right. And so you see Brian talking to Pearl about what Lexi has done. It's like, I'm gonna need you to confront your girlfriend. I'm gonna, and be like raw, be real. Don't sugarcoat anything. You really should have been like on her tip instead of just going and secretly talking to Pearl. Softy. That's what I have to say about Brian. Now, I would like to go ahead and talk about Izzy. Izzy. So Izzy is my girl. She is my girl, and she really like reminds a lot of. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. Like in the ninth grade, in eighth and seventh, just going through that whole trying to figure out who you are, and really not feeling understood and being radical. She is so radical. I'm radical, and it's really like she didn't have a chance because at one hand it's like she's already born with a mother who kind of has a vindication against her, who projects against her. But also, she does make it hard for her mother too. And that is not on Alina for that. She does things that makes it hard for her mother, like burning your hair, certainly setting your hair on fire. Why? Like, why? Because at that point, you could have set your whole head on fire, sis. That wasn't smart. It wasn't logical. But let me tell you, when she got up on that orchestra stage and had that "I am not your puppet" on your forehead, I said, "Oh, damn." I said, "Oh, Alina's heated." Alina was so mad, and you know it. You know she was mad. She was so mad, and I was like, "Now you go, girl," because it does come a point where Alina, you have to listen to your daughter because that is also creating this black hole of conflict between you two. And we also see that Lexi, we learned that she is, of course, either bisexual or lesbian. Really not too sure. We know that she's interested in females, though. And we see her getting picked on, one, by her ex-friend April. And it's like, girl, you lame. You whack. And you remind me all of the lame chicks that I used to go to middle school and high school with, who did not know how to be true to themselves and was just trying to do whatever to get some clout. That's who you are, okay? So what happens is that we go back to an episode and we see that April and Lexi, they are at a party and they are playing 15 Minutes in Heaven. Now Lexi and April, oh, they was a little friendly. They was a little friendly, but April, see, like I was saying, she don't know how to stay true to herself, and so we learned how they became, how their relationship fell apart, in which April was being fake, and they opened the door on them when they was playing 15 Minutes in Heaven. Like, that's not how you play the game. Like, why was y'all opening the door? You know what was going down. So what if it was two girls? Y'all wanted them to go in that closet anyway. So anyway, she ends up saying, "Get off of me, you freak! You molested me." Now, I really wish that Izzy would have taken up for herself, but at the same time, would have been, maybe it would have even not be. Maybe it would have been useless because it would have been her and then them, the whole freshman class, against just Izzy. So in some type of way, it was like, okay, yeah, I could see how she was defeated. But, I mean, whack. And we actually see Izzy put a note in her locker, April's locker, like, on down the line, in which they ended up, and see, y'all, this also how you know it's 90s, because baby, they was chatting on the AOL, okay? She was chatting on the AOL. "Hey, I got your letter." And at first I really thought that this was a scam, a trick, and I was gonna be so hard. I was like, girl, what's she finna do now? Because She is already proven what type of girl she is. But they actually ended up meeting up and rekindling. That didn't last long. Now, Izzy does something else that just had me standing for her. And that is, see, this is what Izzy did. So, like I said before, Alina has tried to pay BB $10,000 so that she won't testify to get her child. Please. And so she gets these dolls. And these are the dolls that April and Izzy look over and kind of just play and mess around with. And she uses them to make a statement about Asian doll being $10,000 while the white doll is $100,000. And so, of course, no one who's in the high school who was all just surface level thinkers got it and was just like, what is this sick joke? And saying that it was racist. And then here come Abel making a joke about how, girl, you still play with dolls? And it's like, that just ain't even the point. And you fake and you lame. I loved it though. I love the stunt. I love the bravery. Now, two things. This is when it get this is when it get icky. Because she ends up having to get picked up by Elena. And Elena is just... She said some really mean things. She said something really mean. And what she said was, you make it so hard for me to be your mom. And you could tell she didn't want to say it. She didn't really want to say it, but it's like, there's just this cognitive dissonance between the two. And so, it's just, they're not... Therapy. That's what they need. Therapy. She says that, and she was like, don't. She literally said, then don't. She hurt her so much. And after that, she just walked off. She got out the car and walked off. And I get both of their points, their perspectives. Like, being a mother is tough. And when you're dealing with a daughter who is making it harder, like significantly harder, it can be just so frustrating. And some of that is that she's purposely making it significantly harder, and another one is projecting. So now we gonna go up some. So let's go to the scene where Izzy finds out that Pearl and Mia has to leave. Oh, the heartbreak that she feels. The heartbreak. And so what she does is she ends up taking off all the stuff, the curtains and everything that she doesn't love, everything that doesn't resonate with her as a person. And she goes and she tries to pour some gasoline on it and set it on fire. Like, you gonna get enough of these fires, girl. And so Lexi actually comes in and, we gotta talk about something else too. Saying Lexi just reminded me. Lexi comes in, she stops her. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so Mama Alina hears all of this commotion and she sees Lexi. Oh, this is the last straw. This is the last straw, because what she done did. Oh, she said, girl, this is why I didn't even want to have you in the first place. Look at what you doing. Like, this is why I did not want to have you. And it just broke, I keep saying Lexi. It just breaks Izzy's heart. And so she leaves. She leaves before anything else can go down. She leaves. And we actually see this daydream, or just a dream of her being on the side of the street hitchhiking. And actually, by the grace of God, the car is Mia's. However, it was just a dream. And then we flash back into reality and she is on a bus. Next, I want to talk about Moody. I really liked Moody. I like Moody. I always cheer for the underdog though, because as like a girl who grew up as the underdog in middle and high school, like I like the underdogs. And I really did like Moody. His brother Trip, which he's so freaking lame. We're gonna get there, but I do not like Trip. And he did not have much of a storyline, nor much character development. He did it. And so Moody, he is the first to meet Pearl. And he's so cute with his curly hair. Like, he is so cute to me. And he's like an outcast a little bit, so that's why I can identify with him. People were saying, no, he's so stuck up. Like, it's like, how you don't want to be cool, but then you want to make fun of the cool kids. I don't know. And it's like, well, it's because, I mean, they don't give him a chance anyway. That's the whole issue. They don't give him a chance. So that's, and we see how Trip treats him. We see how he's like, well, these gens, you're not their type. Like, we see that. And we see that he has a crush on Pearl. And he is really like putting the effort in to get out of that friend zone. I mean, when they at the dance, he's like, you don't want to go watch a movie to me? After they're asked to go to a whole party. And it's like, I halfway understand, because my little old lady stuff, I would have much rather watched the movie too, to be quite honest. But you can see he's just making an effort as best as he can, as not someone who's popular, as not someone who can't even go to their older brother for girl advice because he's freaking whack. And so he's trying his best. So I don't necessarily, I mean, I somewhat can see what they're saying for sure when they say that he was acting like Pearl is his own property. But no, he really liked her. And he's young. And he doesn't have any girl experience. That's the reason why. And we see that Moody takes her to this abandoned junkyard. Well, I don't even think it's abandoned, but never here or there, it was a junkyard. And so it was cute because that's like their little place. And Trip just went on and stole all that, but we'll get to that. No, he finally learns that him and his brother and Pearl, which is his crush, have been messing around together, not together. And it's like, dude, like, Trip, you could have every girl. You can have all the Jens, all the Jennifers you want. Now you want Pearl. And it's like, you didn't put any effort into her. And it's like, you didn't put any effort into her. You didn't. It's like, and you heard your brother continuously talk about Pearl and the efforts he really put in to get her. Now, does that mean the efforts you automatically should get the prize? No. But what it does mean is that he put intention into it where you was just like, it's like, and Polar Pearl, she just went right along with it. She was like, oh my gosh, I like it. And we're going to get into her. And so once he finds out that they've been messing around, he automatically calls her a slut. Granted, I did not like that at all. I did not like it at all. I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing here? But I had to remember we are back in the 90s too, and he is hurt. He is hurt. Like, when we look at Moody's character, it's not malicious. So when he's saying that, he really does that excuse for what her calling him a slut? Does that excuse him calling her a slut? Absolutely not. But we see why. we see and we get to really know why. So Trip, he really does not have much of a storyline or character development to me. He doesn't. Like, he needed help with his homework and math, and so Pearl will tell her little teenage girl behind. They was at the house just studying, and next thing I know, she was trying to give him a good. Like, girl, like, and not to say that she gotta go on a date or something, but I mean, there was just no intent. He put no work in. And I just hate that storyline. I hate the saying, oh, the cute, popular guy who plays football, blah, blah, blah. He gets to get any girl, because that's exactly what happened. So while people are over here painting Moody to be a bad guy, because he was most definitely wrong for calling her a slut, I don't believe he was really acting as she was his property. He just really liked her. He has no girl experience. And it's like, Trip, he did not put any work. It was just like she just fell right into his hands. And Pearl, she was, because that's all I gotta say about Trip. Pearl, she is young, naive, and just a tiny bit of gullible. And when she just us and decides to give him the good, I'm just like, ugh, girl, whatever. But hell, at least she knew enough sense to put on the condo. But I also really enjoyed Pearl's character. I like the girl who played Pearl. She isn't a good actress to me. I am expecting to see her in more things. I love her acting. I love her emotion, like the rawness that she puts on her face. Because okay, I'm over the Trip Moody triangle line. Like, it is what it is. Whatever. Folks ain't gonna be loyal. Even your own brother, he whack. But I want to talk about the Mia and her, and as her mother and her, their dynamic, because we learned that they do all this moving, and she's only been allowed to have one wall out of the four walls to paint. And that first time she goes off, she's like, I want to have more than one wall. This is what I mean when I say they get so poetic. She's like, I want to have more than one wall. I want to have this be mine, and I can be comfortable and steady in it and with it. And we see the emotion. Now, I know some people was like, "Who child? I'm sorry, I can't help that beyond." And I know some people, especially the black folks, they was like, "Oh, no, she ain't talking to me like that. I know she's not talking to her mama like that." But I mean, she already lives an unconventional life. They move all of the time. Her mother is very secretive. She gets so little say so. And so when she finds her throat chakra, baby, she found that throat chakra. And she started implementing it. It was beautiful to me, because it is healthy for your children to let out their emotions. But the thing is, it does only get worse from here. It gets worse, because now secrets starting to spill out. They starting to spill out. And so after Pearl, this is when it get nasty. Because, see, look, Trip is the one who had to tell Pearl about Mia paying for BB to get a lawyer. And so she's like, well, where she get this money from? And that just leads to the picture being in the newspaper, and how, yes, it was Pearl in her stomach, yet she was a surrogate. And Pearl is like, I gotta hear from Trip that such and such and such and such. And I'm just like, hold on now. Girl, you were just a little bit tied out of line. Like, don't be talking about how you got to hear from your little boyfriend about nothing. But nonetheless, she does have a point. She's been keeping so many secrets from her. And now she's sick, and we see her be like, no, 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 no. And we see her lips quiver, and we see the camera capturing this. So we get this silhouette of Pearl as she's just spilling out her emotions, letting out all of this built up tension because of the secrets. And it is so beautiful because we just see her mouth moving, and we see like the elongation and how she's letting it all out. The directing in this is so beautiful, and Pearl's acting makes it even better. It makes it so much even better. And all Mia can do right now is sit back and listen, because she has been singling her daughter out. She has. And that's not even the worst of it. After she had said what she had to say, okay, we going on. But like I said before, after Miss Elena, and there she go again. After Miss Elena tells Mia's business, that next morning, after Mia tries to talk to Pearl, she's like, save it. Save it, because the truth is, you told my father that I was dead. That's powerful. That's powerful. Because this whole time, she's what, 15? That man that seed that helped cultivate her life, she thought she was dead for 15 years. And she delivered the line so good. She delivered it just like that. Now, one thing I did not like was, now you ain't have to say your mama full of shit. Because I know she's 15, she doesn't understand, but she had to say she full of shit now. That wasn't nice. It wasn't nice. But that's what I have to say about Pearl. She's just a teenage girl. Pearl is a teenage girl. Let's finally get into this last scene. So, after Izzy decides to run off, and now chaos is completely started. It's completely everything is twisted shit. And so what happens is Lexi finally confesses. Oh, shit starts to go down. She finally confesses to her mom because she's in this frenzy about Izzy. And she's like, let me tell you, you think Izzy the one who messing up. Well, I got pregnant by that black boyfriend, which you kind of don't like, and decided to get an abortion. And I stole an essay to get into Yale. Oops. So there goes my credibility. The thing is, we see that Alina is so focused on perfection that she doesn't even care about what Lexi just said. And she's like, no, you're still perfect. And it's like, that just shows you. It shows you how vindictive she is against Izzy. Because she has done these things in which you really don't agree about. You don't agree. And here you go still saying that she is perfect. And all these kids just went wild at this point. And so they all thought of this very obviously bright idea to get the gasoline. And they putting the gasoline all on the clothes, the shoes, the bed sheets, the floor, and light the matches. And it's like, y'all have lost y'all minds. Because I understand materials is not everything. I understand that you can have the big house, all of that, and still be unhappy. I get it. But setting your whole house on fire while you are in there? While your mama in there? That's not smart. And it's too many of y'all to all be making the same dumb decision. You mean to tell me none of y'all was like, all right, guys, let's just evacuate the house? We're still pissed. We're still gonna light this bitch on fire. Let's just leave the house first. And y'all didn't even think to do that. What? When I say it just blew my mind, because I get like I get why they're doing it. It's like they're driven to insanity. But I mean, even insanity got sane in it. And yeah, that's what happened. That is what happened. And the thing about this is, after they put out that fire, and the fireman asks, "Who do you think did this?" Now, everyone thought she was going to say Izzy. No. She said, "I did." Those words are so powerful, because she did, in a way, because she gave birth to these children. She set up a certain lifestyle of routine. She put these pressures on her children to be perfect. So she is the catalyst that brought them to the brink of insanity. And the series ends with the podcast playing, and we see Mia's final results in the sugarcane and flour, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Because as we're seeing that, then we also see Mia taking Pearl to go meet her father, and in the background is this, I need to look up that poem, because it was talking about how do you know if you're not in a cage, and even the cage is still in a cage. Oh, it was so deep. It was so deep and good. And basically, I'm just translating that into just social norms, society, and how we're not free thinking. And because Mia is so radical, she's living this such an unconventional life. She's not really living in a cage. She's living life on her own terms and rules. I'm reading this book before I watch season 2. But those are my thoughts on Little Fires Everywhere. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. And thank you so much for watching. Let me know, how do you feel about this show in the comments below. Make sure you thumbs up this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel. You know you want to subscribe. I'm entertaining as hell. Come on now. And it's only going up from here, okay? I'm going to be coming back with more content, with more personality. So you need to stay tuned. So you need to subscribe in order to stay tuned. Thanks for watching.